rejoice and sing till death and heaven ring with the harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the
If you don't see me as a Black woman, then you don't see me.
Resound loud as the rolling sea.
I was on a world scene, and what made the news was another gymnast saying that if we painted our skin black, maybe we would all win, because I had beat her out of a beam medal and she got upset.
But don't you understand that the people who do this thing, who practice racism, are bereft? There is something distorted about the psyche.
Son of a new day.
Any white man in the world says, give me liberty or give me death, the entire white world applauds. When a black man says exactly the same thing, word for word, he is judged a criminal and treated like one, and everything possible is done to make an example of this bad person so there won't be any more like him.
Our shoulders sag at the thoughts of African slaves lying spoon fashion in the filthy hatches of slave ships, and the subsequent auction blocks upon which were built great fortunes in our country.
Arts education, having a music teacher at age 5 or 6 that tells you about the great violinists of the world, the great orchestras of the world, and plays this music for you to hear. This gives you space to dream. And whereas you might, as I certainly was, living in the segregated South, where you were certainly living in an oppressive situation, the oppression was not in my mind. It was not in my spirit. It was something that was happening outside of me.
My God, one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
So a dark vein of intolerance in some parts of the party. How can I evidence that? When I see a former governor say that the president is shucking and jiving, that's a racial era slave term.
But my parents taught me, and my grandparents, dignity in the face of the daily humiliations of segregation in Birmingham.
President Kennedy boldly declared before a joint session of Congress that the United States would send a man to the moon and return him safely to the earth within a decade.
You know, some people might say, where did I imagine that I could go into space when Scott Carpenter, John Young, John Glenn, Yuri Gagarin didn't look anything like me or seem to share anything in common with me? I could, because I was raised by parents who helped me to maintain my self-confidence. It's the same confidence that every child is born with.